It's the outside of the new Sonic restaurant in Kearney Mesa this morning. I know Sonic sounds so good for lunch, but keep this in mind. February is American Heart Month, so it's time for us to focus on our heart health. But we need to start planting the seeds so much younger with our kids and really setting a good example. So, hey, we brought in Deborah Stallings from supermoms360.com with some things we can teach our little ones.
Yeah, we focus so much this month on what adults can do to stay healthy. We need to start these kids doing it and set a good example for them early on.
Otherwise, they grow up to be Mark, and you saw what happened there.
Drinking milkshakes at what time?
For
5
breakfast.
in the morning?
Yeah.
I know. Although that sounds pretty tasty, doesn't it?
It does. And once in a while,
I'll be honest.
okay.
But we can have a smoothie instead.
Hey, good idea.
That almost looks like a milkshake, and you know the kids won't even know the difference.
What do you put in your smoothies?
Yeah, so I am a huge fan of Greek yogurt. I don't know if you eat a lot of Greek.
Yeah.
It's so good. At first, it takes a little getting used to because it's a little thicker, but put that with some strawberries and some bananas in the blender, and you've got a delicious smoothie. Your kids will think they're eating a milkshake, and it'll be much healthier and lots of protein for them too.
These are great, especially if you have a really tough time getting the kids out of the house on time. Make these in a cup with a lid, and they can drink it in the car.
Perfect.
On the way
Make
to
sure
school.
you don't forget the lid.
Yeah, or you're going to be getting yogurt and milk out of the upholstery of your car, and then you're going to call me upset.
Which is not a good smell.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
What about some snack ideas?
Yeah, so we want to make sure that they have lots of energy, things that are good for their heart. So what I've done here is I've just taken some Bavarian pretzels, added a little bit of peanut butter. You know, too much peanut butter, it's pretty high calorie, but you want to get a little protein.
Okay.
And then I've got granola and some dried cranberries on there. The kids will eat that right up. This is one, I am guilty of eating this for lunch on a lot of occasions. I get cottage cheese, put a little salsa, just mild salsa for the kids, and then you get carrots, veggies, pita chips. It's delicious.
Cottage cheese under there. That's a great idea.
And instead of, cottage cheese can be a little bit bland, so you add a little bit of salsa. I like the peach mango salsa. It has a little sweetness to it, and my kids love it.
Or even bruschetta on top of that would be really good
even
too.
Better.
Yeah,
even
that sounds
better.
good. Okay.
And grab and go, of course, sometimes we don't even have time to do that, right? We're rushing. But keep things, cheese sticks. I'm a big fan of low-fat cheese sticks. They can grab those right out of the fridge. Of course, fruit and things like that, but things that the kids will feel good about, give them good energy, and not be too high in calories.
Now, we got to get them off the couch and away from the iPads and the video games. They have to be playing outside.
I know. And unfortunately, there's not as much PE in school as we would like anymore. And sometimes at recess, they're sitting around chatting and not really getting that activity. So make sure that as a family, you're getting activity, whether it's going for a walk, a bike ride, things like that, and also extracurricular sports. It's really important if you can to squeeze those in. I know the days are busy, but whatever your child is interested in, whether it's basketball, tennis, dance, get them moving. It's really at least 60 minutes a day.
Check with the YMCA by your house or the Boys and Girls Rec Centers. See if you can carpool with another family. Try to make it work if you can. It can get expensive, I know, but just see what you can make work out.
Exactly.
Last but not least, setting by example.
Yes, try to keep the junk out of the house if you can. And it's amazing, kids as they're little from a very young age, I mean, you know this, they watch you and they use you as a role model. So if you're exercising, if you're saying, hey, let's go take the dogs for a walk, things like that, making good, healthy choices, they're going to model your behavior, and it's going to set them up for good success for their whole life.
Perfect. Well, my 2-year-old, who's almost 3, just got a bike with training wheels. And he couldn't quite get on it yesterday, and he said, I can't get on the bike, Mommy, I'm too pregnant.
I'm too pregnant.
Looks like we have some other things to work out in our family first.
You'll be amazed how fast those training wheels will be off, and he'll be, jamming around and wanting ramps and all that kind of stuff. And
great.
Then that's a whole different story.
So the pregnancy thing is the least of my worries,
right,
I guess.
Exactly.
All right, Deborah Stallings, supermoms360.com. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Heather.
All right, do you have a little space in your family room for a new pet? Coming up in the Animal House, we want to introduce you to Barb the parrot, and you can find out how you can adopt her. She's a very